Hi everyone, my name is Carissa and I am a student nurse, and I'm here today to teach you about fire safety. The first thing I want you to do is to think about what a fire is. When I think about a fire, I think it is really, really hot, and if I get too close to the fire, it could hurt me. Next, we are going to think about what happens if there is a fire in your house. The first thing that happens is you might smell something burning. It smells like smoke, and it is really stinky. Or maybe first you'll hear a really loud beeping sound, and it could hurt your ears. That sound comes from what is called a smoke detector. There should be one on the ceiling in every room of your house. Now I know this all sounds scary, but it is very important to try and not be afraid. Because if there is ever a fire, it is very important that you get outside as quick as you can to where you are safe from the fire. You can do this by planning an escape route. An escape route is something that you can practice with your family so that everyone in your family knows where to go outside so that you can find each other in your special meeting place. This is very important because we don't want you to hide and get lost when there is a fire. Your special meeting place should be outside and away from your house where you would be safe from the fire, like a mailbox, a tree, or a sidewalk. It is also important to not be afraid of firefighters because they just want to help you get outside to safety with your family. A good way to remember to go outside during a fire is by saying, "Don't hide, go outside." Now can you all say it with me? Don't hide, go outside. It is also important that once you go outside, you can never go back inside. It is important to wait at your meeting place for your family because that is where they will find you. You never want to go back inside for anything because it could be very dangerous inside a house that's on fire. Now, remember when I said a fire is very, very hot? The next thing we are going to talk about is to help keep you safe from a fire. When you're trying to escape and you have to open a door, it's important that before you open the door, you check to see if it is hot, and you can do this by lightly placing your hand on the door to feel for heat. If it's hot, it's very important that you keep the door shut and try to find another way out. Another way out could be feeling for another door to see if it's hot, and then if it's not hot, then you can go out that way. If not, you can try and open a window. Now, I want you to think about what smoke looks like. Smoke comes from the fire, and it can make it really hard to breathe. So it's important that you try and cover your mouth and your nose with your shirt while you're trying to get outside, like this. Sometimes smoke can also make it hard to see, and it can make your eyes hurt, which is why it is very important to practice your escape route with your family so that you know where to go during your escape. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is if your clothes ever catch on fire. The first thing you should do is to stop where you are and make sure you don't start running around because it could be very dangerous. Then I want you to drop to the floor really fast, and then you're gonna lay super flat and you're gonna roll like a log back and forth until the fire is off of your clothes. To remember this, we say stop, drop, and roll. Can you all say it with me? Stop, drop, and roll. If there is ever an emergency, the number that you can call on the phone is 911 for help. Also, don't forget to try and not be afraid if there is ever a fire, and just make sure you follow your escape route so that you can be safe. When you're at home with your family, you can practice your escape route so that you have a plan to stay safe. When you're at home, you can also look for the smoke detectors on the ceiling of every room in your house, like it's a scavenger hunt. Now, the two most important things we learned today are don't hide, go outside, and stop, drop, and roll. Make sure you stay safe and practice your escape route so you'll be safe if there is ever a fire.